Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, to the Spanish Language Lab. In this channel, I'll be running different experiments on how to learn Spanish in fun and engaging ways. Some of the experiments I ran before were through watching some satirical Argentinian comedy skits. You can find those on the channel. Um, Previously, I had a reading series for Fight Club, or as it's known in Spanish, El Club de la Lucha. I really like that series. It's an opportunity to practice reading and, most importantly, listening, our Spanish listening skills. So I want to continue that series with Tokio ya no nos quiere. Tokyo doesn't love us anymore. This novel has a lot of thematic parallels to Fight Club. There's an unnamed narrator. There's this question and deconstruction of consumer culture, of identity. Um, and these are topics that really appeal to me. So I decided to read through this as well. Unlike Fight Club, which I've read 3 or 4 times before actually creating the video series for this channel, I've never read Tokyo Doesn't Love Us Anymore. So this is a new experience for me, just as it is presumably for you. And let's see what else. Yeah, so as I read through this book, this will primarily be a listening exercise for all of you, a listening exercise in Spanish. Now, I am still very much continuing my Spanish language journey towards mastery. The last Spanish class I took, I left off at the B2 level, which is considered intermediate advanced. That was maybe a year ago, a little more, that was more than a year ago. So I like to think that I'm solidly in the C1 category, which is, I guess C is like, if C2 is mastery, then C1's like fluency going towards mastery. So yeah, I'll be your guide. And let's see, the book itself, Tokyo ya no nos quiere, um, if you haven't seen the past 3 parts, the past 3 videos, I suppose a really quick synopsis of this book would be that we have our unnamed narrator. He is addressing us, the reader, in the second person. And it seems like he's addressing, or at least was addressing, his former girlfriend slash wife. We think it's a wife. Um, Based on how he's sleeping with his mother, her mother. It's a male unnamed, it's a male unnamed narrator, and this unnamed narrator is sleeping with his former wife's mother, and he's just engaged in all kinds of debauchery. He works for a shadowy company that sells forgetting pills. So if you have some past trauma, some inconvenient roots, past experiences that you would much rather not remember, you can take the pill and voila, it disappears. But in removing these memories of yours, are you also removing parts of your identity? Because everything that's led up to this moment in our lives, all past experiences, good, the bad, and the ugly, has shaped us into the type of people that we are today. And so if we start removing parts of our past, don't you start removing parts of our identity? And there are parts of the narration in which he describes things that I find very odd. I find that, oh, there's like this like memento, like jagged jumpiness to it, like the movie Memento, where the movie jumps back and forth like the past, present, and future. You get a little bit of that here, just a little bit. And the way he describes the world is like, you get the sense that he's losing contact with reality, right? He's like in this sort of foggy, nebulous haze. These are all synonyms. As he moves throughout the world. Now, most recently, he's been given a notice from the company asking him to go down to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil because their company guy had disappeared with a year's supply of these forgetting pills. So maybe he went rogue. We don't know. Um, our guy here, our main character, does not like Carnival down in Brazil because a lot of people get engaged in a bunch of debauchery, a bunch of things that they much rather forget, and so it's a bit of a, what's the word? It's a bit of a I'm not quite sure what the word is, but the way he describes it, it's he doesn't seem to have a very high opinion of people. At least people who would go down the carnival. It's like, oh, these fucking people. I don't want to be around them. Like that's his attitude. So yeah, let's get into it. febrero en Arizona. No demasiado frío siempre que uno se mantenga lejos. That was bad. Let me start that one more time. Sorry about that, folks. I can do better than this, I promise. Febrero en Arizona. No demasiado frío siempre que uno se mantenga lejos de las montañas durante el día y lejos del desierto por la noche. Temperaturas más que agradables en Phoenix y bastante jaleo por culpa de la final de la Liga de Fútbol Americano. Gente de todo el mundo y los sombreros más extraños. Nada que olvidar por el momento. Así que paso la noche de Sedona camino de Flagstaff y al bajar del autobús con un grupo de turistas ingleses, lo primero que hago es tomarme una cerveza bien fría en uno de esos diners de latón. Is this like the English word dinners? I've never seen this word before. Oh, diners, diners. It sounds odd to say that in Spanish, but let's keep going. Diners. So do I say it in English? And esos diners, esos diners. It sounds weird saying it in Spanish. I'm gonna go English. All right. So, um, tomarme una cerveza bien fría en uno de esos diners de latón que aún resisten desde los años 50. Tortillas y helados de todos los colores. Paletos con la mierda perdida a medio camino entre la sospecha y la más absoluta ignorancia. Asesinos miopes como los que vimos en los pantanos de Luisiana, agarrándose al final de su rifle con la misma fe de un hombre agarrado a una rama al borde de un precipicio. Otra cerveza fría mientras se pone el sol en la bella Sedona, rodeada de piedra roja, hundida en el cañón rojo, cubierta por un inmenso cielo rojo. En fin, la perla del desierto. Un pequeño pueblo al pie de Río Muerto lleno de moteles vacíos porque el turismo no se anima hasta la primavera cuando la ruta hacia el cañón del Colorado se convierte en el principal destino de la región. Solo hay 2 cines de Sedona, así que no me cuesta demasiado elegir la película. Me siento en la sala muy dispuesto, pero antes de que un extraño monstruo salido del infierno destroce San Diego, me quedo dormido tranquilamente. Después pasan un montón de cosas extrañas y tremendamente aburridas como todas las cosas que pasan solo en los sueños, ya sean dragones en el tejado o volcanes debajo de la cama. Cool. So, I don't know what I read either. I'll keep it a buck with you. I don't know what I read either. That was a long paragraph for one thing. Um, let's see. So Boy, this is gonna take some time to unpack, but that's why we're here. Yeah, this is a long section. Okay, let's go back. Oopsie daisy, where are we? Here we are. Okay, so it's February in Arizona, so it's the coldest. It's pretty much the coldest it's gonna be in Arizona, but I mean, we're in the desert. Actually, that's not. Hey, I have family that lives in the desert. It actually gets really cold, and it gets. It's a desert climate is wild. Summers are brutally hot, and the winters are like brutally cold as well. So, but I guess that's why it clarifies. It doesn't. It's not that cold. No demasiado frío, siempre que uno se mantenga lejos de las montañas durante el día. As long as you stay far away from the mountains during the day, y lejos del desierto por la noche, and away from the desert. And yeah, see, Arizona's a big place, right? So as long as you stay away from the desert at night, you're good. Temperatures more agreeable, agradables, nice. Okay. In Phoenix, bastante. I've never seen this word before. Jaleo, racket. Okay. Uh, context, please. Quite a bit of fuss because of the American football. Oh, so it's like noisy, racket, commotion. Got it. Gente de todo el mundo y sobremos más extraños. Sombreros. Oh, weird hats. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, football game. Okay, so stay away from the extremes of the desert. Otherwise, the temperatures are actually quite nice in Phoenix. Cool. And we're in Phoenix, and we have a bunch of football fans, right? Um, they passed the night in Sedona. I've been in Sedona. It's actually it is quite nice. I was there during the spring. Uh, and then coming off the bus is a group of tourists, English tourists. The first thing he does is drink a beer, a cold one, in one of those diners, de laton. What is diners de laton? Brass diners. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, un resisten desde los años. Oh, let's get some context on that. Laton. Um, okay, here we go. The first thing I do is have a cold beer in one of those brass diners that have still resisted since the 50s. Oh, it's just super worn out, eroded. The paint is gone on the metal. Got it. Rusted even. Got it. Okay. Okay, so that's a very desert aesthetic. Let's like let that digest for a second. That is a very desert, like a very old, antique of a building aesthetic. Okay, so he's painting a picture for us, and I see it, and I'm here for it. Tortillas y helados de todos los colores. Helados ice cream, right? Yeah. Oh, pancakes, tortitas. Wow, my brain just went on autopilot, folks. I'm over here thinking about tacos. It's not tor. What did I say? I don't even remember. Tortillas. Maybe I did say that right. Oh no, it's not tortillas. There's no double L. It's tortitas. Tortitas. Wow. I'm sorry about that, folks. I go on autopilot as well. Tortitas, not tortillas, which is like a. I'm not sure what the English translation of tortilla is. So taco has like the meat and the cilantro and the ingredients in it. That's a taco. Is there even an English translation for tortilla? Anyways, tortitas and so pancakes and ice cream of all colors. Yeah, it's like an IHOP. Got it. Uh, paletos con la mirada. I probably said mierda earlier. Sorry about that, folks. Hillbillies. Oh, okay. Paletos. You replace the O with the A. Paletas, it means ice cream, like Mexican Spanish, but okay. Paletos con la mirada perdida a medio camino entre la sospecha. Okay, so hillbillies with a lost, suspicious look. Rednecks with a lost look halfway between suspicion. You got that right, yeah. Y las más absoluta and ignorance above everything else. Got it. Asesinos miopes como los que vimos en los pantanos de Louisiana. Like single-minded assassins? Myopic killers like the one, yeah. Agarrados. Not sure what that verb means. Seized. Oh, agarrar, like grab something, to seize something. Agarrar ese criminal. Got it. Oh, they just walk around with rifles. Yeah, got it. I don't. Nah, yeah, rifle. Got it. I understand what a rifle is. Thank you very much. Con la misma fe de un hombre agarrado de una rama al borde de un precipicio. It's an interesting phrase. Let's look that up. With the same faith of a man clinging to a branch on the edge of a precipice. Okay. Yeah, this guy knows rednecks for sure. That sounds right. So these rednecks are in they're in the brass diner, and they're holding on to their guns in the same way that you hold on with the same faith. They, I guess, you what do you say, like a branch at the end of a cliff, a branch at the end of a precipice. Sure, a cliff. Um, yeah, it's like what they that's their religion. In other words, otra cerveza fría mientras se pone el sol en la bella Sedona. Another cold beer while the sun rises or sets. Probably sets. Sunsets. Yeah, cool. Rodea, rodeada de piedra roja, round red rock. That's Sedona for you folks, absolutely. Hundida en el cañón rojo, red canyons for sure. I call them Martian rocks. If you ever go out to Sedona, it's a shade of red that just looks Martian to me. It's actually quite nice. I would say it has high saturation levels if you're looking at a video of it. Un pequeño pueblo al pie de Río Muerto, lleno de moteles vacíos. So small pueblo. What does pueblo translate into? A village. Un pueblo. Un pequeño pueblo al pie de Río Muerto, lleno de moteles vacíos. Porque el turismo no se anima hasta la primavera, cuando la ruta hacia el cañón del Colorado se convierte en el principal destino de la región. Ooh. Spanish flows better when I try to do a caricature voice. I'm going to try that from now on. Cuando la ruta hacia el cañón. What's a ruta? The route. Okay. So on the route, hacia, towards, that's a word I don't use. Okay, so when the canyon moves towards when the route moves towards the canyon of Colorado, it converts into the principal destination of that region. It's a go-to place, this little pueblo. Got it. Solo hay dos cines de Sedona, así que no me cuesta demasiado elegir la película. There's only two theaters in Sedona, therefore it's not a hard choice to determine what movie to watch. Me siento en la sala muy dispuesto, pero antes de que un extraño monstruo salido del infierno destroce San Diego. What? Me siento en la sala muy dispuesto. Dispuesto. Available, right? Or willing. Yeah, available, willing. That's an interesting phrasing, though. I sit in the room very willing. I would translate that as available, no? Let me look that one up, actually. Yeah, that dispuesto translates more to like willing and ready than it does to available. Okay, well, that's the word I don't use, but it makes sense to me. All right, so where are we? Okay, pero antes de que un extraño monstruo salido de infierno des, destose San Diego, me quedo dormido tranquilamente. The fuck did I just read? But before that a strange monster comes out of the inferno, destose, what's this word? Destroy. Ooh, I'm gonna log that one in my memory. Destroy. Destroce. I feel like I've seen this word before, just not in that particular writing or just spelling. Yeah, so the word destroy in Spanish is destruir. That word I knew. Destruir. Now, if you look at the various different conjugations, you have like present, like if I were to destroy, it would be destruyó. Uh, and the past preterito, destruí. The past imperfecto, destruya. None of this is spelled destruce, like with that spelling. I'm looking at the subjunctive, nothing. Um, Imperative forms, no, no. So maybe it's like interesting. So destruir means to destroy. Maybe, let me look this up. Destroce means like the destruction. What the fuck? Destrozar, to destroy. Destrozar. And then if you, okay. Destrozar also means to destroy. But I don't see that spelling in, oh, here it is. It's the subjunctive form. The first and third person. Destroce. Why was the subjunctive triggered? Pero antes de que, there we go. Let's do some grammar analysis here. So, me siento, I feel, there we go. That triggers a subjunctive. Me siento en la sala. No, 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 no. No, that means sit down. Me siento en la sala muy dispuesto. I sit down in the living room willing and ready. Just a fact. Pero antes de que un extraño muestro salido en... Okay, so now we have a second person. Second subject. Salido de infierno destroce San Diego. What the fuck? All right, let's break this down. I sit in the living room very willing, but before a strange monster out of hell tears San Diego apart. I thought he was in Sedona. You know what? Let me ask chat why the subjunctive mood is being uh, triggered here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bear with me for a minute, folks. So I'm gonna copy and paste this. I'm gonna go over to chat. I'm gonna say translate to Spanish and explain why the subjunctive mood is used. No, translate to English. It's already in Spanish. English. One moment, folks. One moment. Bear with me. I know. I'm looking behind the curtains. Don't look behind the curtains. The Wizard of Oz demands it of you. All right. So the full sentence, just to be clear what it means in English. I sit in the living room very much at ease, but before a strange monster out of hell destroys San Diego, I fall peacefully asleep. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Again, he's in Arizona. Why the subjunctive mood is used in Spanish, the sentence antes de que un extraño monstruo. The verb destroce is in the present subjunctive. We already established that. Not in the indicative, destruye. And this is because of the phrase antes de que, which always triggers the subjunctive mood when followed by a verb referring to the future, hypothetical, or uncertain. Antes de que, a time conjunction refers to the event that hasn't happened yet and may or may not happen. Introduces hypothetical or anticipated action. Hence, it calls for the subjunctive. Destruce is just the grammar. Okay, um, that's right. I was for a second there. I was fixated on emotions, desires, but there's also hypotheticals. There's also hypotheses. There's also uncertainty. Um, it's also when you invoke these ideas that the subjunctive gets invoked as well, and we know this. So let's call it off guard by that, but no, it checks out. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. All right, so let's keep going. Where are we? Des, Después pasen un montón de cosas extrañas y tremendamente aburridas como todas las cosas que pasan solo en los sueños. Ya sean, ooh, that looks subjunctive to me, but let's not get hung up on that. Ya sean dragones en el tejado o volcanes debajo de la cama. The fuck is he saying? All right, so again, let's break this down. Then a lot of strange and tremendously boring things happen, like all the things that happen only in dreams, whether they are dragons on the roof or volcanoes under the bed. There are a lot of strange and tremendous boring. Let's take a step back. What is happening in this paragraph? So he's in the it's the first paragraph. I think I just cut it after this, the video. Anyway, so he's in a diner. He's in this like really old, worn out, chrome to brass metal diner. He sees a bunch of rednecks with their faith in guns and the Second Amendment, and then he sees a bunch of English tourists because there's a soccer game. Maybe I don't know if there's a soccer game. Oh, football game, American football game, sure. Um, he's in the diner. You have pancakes and ice cream of every color, so it's very colorful, right? It's a nice environment. It's colorful. Sedona is a nice environment, by the way. So it's nice. This is in line with Sedona. Uh, Paletos, so rednecks, blah blah blah. He's drinking a cold one. In beautiful Sedona, Bella, Besha Sedona. Okay, en fin, la perla del desierto. Solo hay dos cines en Sedona. So you go see a movie. It's easy to pick. There's only two theaters. I didn't see a movie when I was in Sedona. I was there for a wedding. And then, okay, let's just translate these two sentences because this is where his mind just kind of like copied. The fuck? Okay, here we go. This is where he loses me. I sit in the living room very willing, but before a strange monster out of hell destroys San Diego, I fall asleep peacefully. Then a lot of strange and tremendous boring things happen, like all the things that happen only in dreams. See, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. He says things, very matter of factly, by the way, that seem divorced from reality. That second sentence is fine. A lot. He fell asleep, and then when you're sleeping, a bunch of breaking laws of physics, seemingly impossible things happen. I'm with you. It's just that first sentence. I sit in the living room, very willing, but before a strange monster out of hell destroys San Diego, I fall asleep. Oh, because I guess he fell asleep in the theater, right? If you hook this up with the previous sentence, there are only two theaters in Sedona, so I don't have too much trouble choosing the movie. I sit in the living room, very willing, but before, because he says living room. Come on, man. Is this like this is not the first this book spelled Mexicana with an H instead of an X before. So it's taking a lot of spelling liberties. A living room? Do movie theaters have living rooms? I never thought of a theater room as a living room. I guess what have I thought of what have I thought of it as in the past? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I never put a name to it. But okay, he's in the theater and he's falling asleep before the movie. He's falling asleep during the movie. Jesus Christ, son. Okay, so we are. That's 30 minutes. I want to cut these videos off at 30 minutes. So in the next video, we will take off here. Let's color this pink. Color me pink. Okay, so in this video, we read. It was a long paragraph, and there's no reason going on if quality over quantity. We want to make sure we understand what's happening here. And quick recap: it's cold in Arizona, but it's not near the mountain or the desert, so it's quite nice. People from all around the world with different hats are in Phoenix. Really quick, this is an interesting phrase. Nada que olvidar por el momento. Not to forget the moment. Nothing to forget for the moment. Oh, we almost missed this little tidbit. Nothing to forget for the moment. There's nothing unpleasant that's happening right now. So there's no reason for him to take the forgetting pill. What a weak little bitch. I'm actually starting not to like this guy. He's like a druggie. He's like, all right, man, it's cool. I got my beer. There's a bunch of like tourists coming out of the bus, having a cold brewski. There's like colorful pancakes and ice cream in this old diner. Sedona's beautiful. It ain't bad, man. It ain't bad. I don't have to pop this pill. It's good. Things like what a like neurotic. Things are going all right, man. It's like that's it. Like any little thing you're just gonna forget. It's making him soft. You're turning into a bitch. You can't do this. And see, now I want to root for this guy to pull out. Build some like resilience, build some mental grit, build some character. But no, he's just gonna like forget him. He's just gonna keep taking this pill until he's just in a complete state of oblivion. This just sounds like a druggie. You can call it. You can call it a pill. You can call it like a pharmaceutical product all you want. This guy's which is all euphemisms for drugs. This guy's a druggie. Okay, this he could be on meth. He could be like on alcohol. He probably is on this. He is on alcohol. Um, he just sounds like a druggie to me. Just a little more sophisticated, I guess, because it's different. It's a pill. But pills are, I mean, they're not sophisticated. So scratch that. Okay, nothing to forget for the moment. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, and it describes something very pleasant, right? Bella Sedona. Besha Sedona. Yep, everything's good. He's in the movie. He falls asleep like a little baby. Why does it keep saying copied? Am I not allowed to copy? Um, I'll deal with that later. All right, so okay, we learned something about this guy. Nothing to this. Oh man, this really this is the heart. This is like the nugget of this paragraph. Nothing to forget for the moment. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, folks. We just read through a very long paragraph. We broke it down, but we understand what's happening here, and that's ultimately what this video series is about, right? We're going to break this down, however fast, however slow we need to go to understand what is happening, get our reading comprehension up, and become better Spanish, uh, become better master and commanders of the Spanish language. Master and Commander. I love that title. I think it's an old British naval title. There's a movie by it. All right, folks. Yeah, we're past the 30-minute mark. I don't think any of you are even listening to this, so it's just me, myself, and I, and I'm having a blast. All right, take care. See you in the next one.